Welcome to Safe Course U.S. History. I'm Ethan Smith, and I'm being forced to say this. This is the life of one of the biggest hypocrites, Thomas Jefferson. So we started in 1743 in Shadwell, Virginia, where Thomas Jefferson was born. Graduating from the College of William and Mary, Jefferson represented County as a delegate in the Virginia House of Burgesses from 1769 until 1775. Then came the war. Jefferson wasn't in it, because at the time he was the American ambassador to France for the entire war. Once he did return to be George Washington's Secretary of State, he found that everything had changed. He then wrote the Declaration of Independence, that, as we know, is extremely important. As time passed, he would always fight for the South. This includes getting the capital moved there, and basically going against Alexander Hamilton in every single debate. Jefferson's views were at the time seen as being a strict constructionist. This all changed once he was in power. He first became president, with Aaron Burr as his vice. Since Burr lost, Burr then went, in his anger, and killed Alexander Hamilton for voting against him. Later in his career, he bought the Louisiana Purchase from Napoleon, which was quite hypocritical of him, since he was a strict constructionist. However, this proves that his views were changing to a Shut up. Where was I? Okay. His views were changing to a more loose interpretation of the Constitution. This looser form of thinking is called loose constructionism. Once the Louisiana Purchase was purchased, two explorers, Lewis and Clark, were hiked through the land. Thomas Jefferson did not pay much attention to the Navy, thus causing less protection and imprisonments. His decisions were not the best. Right before he had to leave office, John Adams assigned midnight judges to the Supreme Court, one being William Marbury. Marbury's papers did not get delivered, and Thomas Jefferson's Secretary of State, James Madison, refused to deliver them. Marbury took to summarize, the Judiciary Act of 1789 was deemed unconstitutional, so Marbury did not get a writ from the Supreme Court, and therefore could not be placed into office. This whole court case established the idea of judicial review, which is pretty much the only thing the Supreme Court does nowadays. Kinda like a mob. After all this, Jefferson decided to take action against the impressments with the Embargo Act. This, of course, backfired and made America's economy worse, so Congress repealed it and replaced it with the Non-Intercourse Act. This prohibited trade with France and Britain.
He later then discovered Virginia College and died of unknown causes.
You okay there, bud? You okay? You okay there, bud? You okay?
I am annoyed at the computer.
You sure? Any other problems with your life in general? Oh, okay.
What?
Into the bloopers. Bloopers.
Bloopers! Well, Ethan Dash.